kick South Carolina out. Shane Beamer sucks. He's getting fired.
Welcome to the Pre-Snap Podcast with your boys, Donnie, White, and Whitehall! Pre-Snap Podcast!
All right, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Dunning.
I'm Worm.
And I'm Whitehall. All right, so Worm's joining us back today. We're going to kick it off with Worm giving his ACC and Big 12.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? So, first, the main thing that I think is crazy about the ACC before I start is the geography of it. I think it is absolutely diabolical. You got teams like Cal traveling to Syracuse or places like that on the East Coast, so that's absolutely ridiculous. But another thing that was kind of confusing to me from last year was Virginia and Duke played 9 conference games while every other team played 8. So I think that's really weird. I think I read something actually that said that this year they're starting to get to like 9 conference games, but I believe there's an odd amount of teams in this conference, so it's going to be weird to. I don't think that everyone's going to get 9.
Yeah, I think it's 12 teams are playing 9, and then the rest are playing 8.
Yeah, so that's just weird. So like that's just kind of I don't see how that's fair. But what is fair nowadays in college football, right? I think right off the bat that Mario Cristobal is the best coach in the ACC, and he's probably a top 5 coach in the nation right now. And another big question, really, that I think a lot of people are asking these days is, should Notre Dame be in the ACC or should Notre Dame be in the Big 12, Big 10? Should Notre Dame join a conference? And I think if they were, it would be the ACC. But anyway, to wrap all that up, here's my top 5. So I think this one might be one of those that could be like a dark horse kind of thing, even though they end up at number 5. And maybe it could even make a run, which is California. You got head coach Tosh LaPoy. He coached under Saban from 2014, 2018. But he does have a first-time offensive coordinator coming over from Tampa Bay, the Bucks. So that's Jordan Somerville. So we'll see how that goes. But they got a top 3 class in the ACC, the transfer portal with 32 commits. But I don't know, are those guys going to come in and do well or not? I do think that their season is going to the tone's going to be set by UCLA. If they can get by UCLA, I think that they can have an 8-9 win season. And then so their schedule is like the 61st strength of schedule in the country, which is pretty easy schedule. So I got them predicted going 8-4, 5-4 in the conference with losses to Clemson, Virginia Tech, SMU, and Virginia. Moving on up, I got SMU at number 4. The head coach, Rhett Lashley. We know him kind of well. Pretty sure he had a stint there at Auburn. But he's been 38-16 through 5 seasons. They got QB Kevin Jennings coming back. He's been up and down. He's been the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows, really. But he struggles with turning the ball over. He has 24 interceptions the past 2 seasons. They have a veteran line, which is awesome for SMU, but their defense is a liability. Even though I say that, their schedule is easy. I say they go 9-3, 7-2 in the conference, losing at Louisville, Virginia, and at Notre Dame. Number 3, I have Louisville, which is head coach Jeff Brom. He's 28-12 through 3 seasons, and he's won 9 games each of those seasons, which is pretty impressive. It has a top 3 transfer class in the ACC. Though their QB is a new guy, I think that he has a lot of upside. This is a dual threat guy. I think that's kind of what Lou was looking to do, was maybe the RPO kind of stuff. Their secondary defense is kind of proven, but has really good potential. The O line was kind of solid last year. They've had their ups and downs, but were real good in the second half of the season. They have the potential to be very good. I think that they could possibly be in the uh, ACC championship game, but I do think they come in at number 3, going 9-3, 7-2 in the conference, losing at Ole Miss, which is the very first game of the year. In Nashville, they lose at Syracuse with an upset, and then at Georgia Tech. Number 2, I got Virginia, and I got Miami in the ACC championship game. But I got Virginia, number 2, with Tony Elliott, 22 and 26 through 4 seasons, but they had one heck of a season last year, man. I think whenever I saw them play Florida State last year and they beat them in that overtime, that was one of the craziest field stormings I've ever seen. And it was freaking awesome to see because I was a pissed off night. But it was awesome. They got the transfer out of Missouri quarterback Bo Prabula. He's coming to their team. He can spark their offense. Their defense is really what has stood out to me, though. They have a really good defensive line, and we all know that winning in the trenches is one win football games and definitely could possibly win you a championship. They got 62% of the defensive production coming back. They have a really easy schedule, the 65th strength of schedule in the country, going 11-1, 8-1 at the conference, just losing to Virginia Tech at the end of the year. And that's at Virginia Tech. And then, like I just said, I got Miami going and win the conference. You know, Mario Cristobal has had one heck of a stint here, as he did at Oregon. Looking back at his Oregon career is kind of crazy. I think he was like 32 and 16 or somewhere around there, almost the exact same here in Miami. But anyway, you know, they got that transfer from Duke, Darian Mensah, QB, Malachi Tony, man. I ain't gonna lie, Malachi Tony, that's my Heisman favorite. That's my Heisman candidate. I think he's the best and the most explosive player in the country. Even though there was some points last year he had trouble fumbling the football, but he is really fun to watch and he is really explosive. I think this is the Hurricanes conference to lose, to be honest. And they held in the preseason all conference spots, man. They held 9 out of the 27 spots in the preseason all conference, like first team and all that. And then I just predict they go undefeated, 12-0, and win the ACC. They win the ACC, and I think they want to be the number 1 seed going into the college football playoffs. I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to the Big 12, unless
Well,
y'all.
I'll just make a statement. I think Dunnigan had Miami at number 5. I had Miami 1 like you as well. What's your take on Dunnigan having them at 5?
I think that's really interesting, but I will say, last year, I think that the freaking ACC, dude, they had like 6 or 7, like half of their conference had like 8 or 9 wins or more. So that is a conference that is up for grabs. And I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. When I first started this ACC top 5, I had Cal in the ACC.
Yeah. We
11. I had them 11-1 and 9-0 in the conference, and I was just like, I looked back at their schedule and I was like, you know what? I know Cal is a dang good football team, has real high potential, but like, I just think that some of their travel games is going to get them, and it's going to freaking bleed over into some of their home games.
Yeah. That was kind of my thing too. I feel like they had 3 back-to-back away games that were almost like coast to coast.
Yeah, let's see
I was
here.
like, hey, that's gonna be tough.
Cal.
My thing on Miami, I had them going 8-1 in the conference, but I had them finishing 5th because I also had 4 other teams going 8-1.
Right.
Because the ACC, man, their schedule, like the way they set up their schedules, like their big dogs don't play their big dogs.
Yeah.
Like the SEC, you got Alabama playing Georgia,
Yeah.
playing Tennessee, Alabama playing Tennessee. In the ACC, dude, you got Louisville playing SMU, and that's. But I had Miami losing to Clemson. I think I had SMU going undefeated, but it was like all my top 5 teams were 8-1.
Yeah.
Or better.
Yeah, because in my opinion, I think that ACC and the Big 12 are really, really top heavy, and I think the Big 12 is even more top heavy than the ACC. And it's just crazy because I even looked into it. I thought that Wake Forest might could get it 5. They had a heck of a season last year. They had a daggum good offense. Georgia Tech, they lost Haynes King, so I think they're going to take a. I predicted them to go 6-6. To be honest, 3-6 in the conference because I don't think that their offense is going to be able to do anything close to what they had been doing, unless
I
they
think
just someone that can just run the ball like crazy like Haynes King did because that's what they did best, run it with a quarterback.
the biggest thing I noticed about your top 5 ACC that me and Whitehall didn't have was Virginia.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not high on Bo Cribulo, probably what I said,
Yeah.
but
I just for them did the schedule honestly all of these teams' schedule is just ridiculously easy when we look at it at the eye, right? But Virginia, like they could possibly go undefeated. Like they don't their hardest games at like Virginia Tech, dude. Let me see. ACC Virginia, I got it right here. Their hardest away game is at SMU. And I think they'll beat SMU.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, it's an easy schedule, but an easy schedule for who? Like, I remember Dunnigan made the point about Illinois having a semi-easy schedule, and I kind of made the joke. Well, it's not an easy schedule when your players are ass.
Right.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that Virginia's terrible or anything, but you know, they if they do go undefeated, then they are going to be playing some damn good football. But if they are mediocre, like me and Dunnigan are kind of expecting them to, I think their schedule easily has enough room for them to lose 2 to 3 games. I think that I don't know what the SMU game's gonna be, but I had SMU finishing, second in my ACC, so I think they'll get stomped by SMU, but, again, the ACC is a toss-up. We don't know a whole lot until football starts getting played.
Right, absolutely. And my biggest thing with Virginia was just the defense, and even more specific is the defensive line. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had some transfers come in, and they had some returning production. And they're supposed to have one of the best, defensive lines in the ACC. So we all know that is a huge part of the game. That's one of the reasons why I think that the game is that's one that area of the game has been one of the ones that has been leveled out the most, and I think that we've been seeing that
Well,
because you
let's
don't
go ahead. I was
dom-
gonna say, let's go ahead and hear your Big 12 teams so we can get on to this playoff.
yeah, sorry. All right, here we go. So Big 12, honestly, I think that it is the worst conference in college football. It's like I just said, it's very, very top heavy. Every team except for Texas Tech and Oklahoma State um, was terrible in the transfer portal. And Oklahoma State is pretty much just the old North Texas, let's be honest. So at number 5, I think this might come as a surprise, to be honest, is BYU.
I I also
Kalani,
had BYU at 5.
heck yeah. Great minds think what?
Yeah, I like baby.
That's what I'm talking about, boy. But yeah, so we got Kalani Sitake. I believe that's how you say his name. 85 or 84 and 45 through 10 seasons, bro. Is he the best? Is he the best coach in the Big 12? Is he? Is that? He might be.
Hard to argue against that record.
Right. But they got a returning QB that's probably the top 10 in the nation. If you look at his stats, I haven't dug deep into that, but I'm sure he is. They have a really easy schedule. I got them going 9-3, 6-3 in the conference, losing to Arizona, at UCF, and at Utah. I got them at UCF because of the flight there and back. Gosh.
That's
So the
fair.
next at 4, I got Utah. So this Morgan Scaly dude, he has been in. This is what I thought was crazy. This dude has been in the Utah program for the past 20 seasons.
Yep, 2006. Yeah.
the daggum defense coordinator for the past 10, man. I love that they hired this guy from within. He has obviously worked his way up, and that is so cool. Like, that there's guys from 20 years ago that probably remember this dude. So that is awesome how much this guy's probably impacted that program. They got 55% return production. They were 5th in the nation last year in passing efficiency defense, which is actually pretty impressive. I predict them to go 10-2, 7-2 in the conference, losing at Cincinnati and at Arizona. Number 3, I have Arizona. I have them going 10-2, 7-2 in the conference, losing at Texas Tech and at Kansas State. This guy, he's 13-12. Brent Brennan is 13-12 through 2 seasons but he went 9-4 this year and lost to SMU in the Holiday Bowl, 24-19. But they have Noah Fafita coming back as a quarterback, and I think this is last year's eligibility, to be honest. But they could be a high-profile team, to be honest. They could make a run to the championship, I think. But they want to the championship game. Big 12. Number 2, I think this might be a surprise. I got the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Oh,
Number 2, man. And the reason why I have them is because they have a lot of they have a lot of turnover. They have a lot of turnover. They do pay a lot of money to their players. They got a real good team. They could win it all, but I just don't think that. Well, like, is that Brendan Sorsby going to get to play? Is he going to get to play or not?
No.
Huge question. So who's he going to be quarterbacking?
Will Hammond.
Okay, well,
He's a sophomore.
tore his
man.
ACL 2 years ago,
but I got them coming in at second. They lost to Oregon last year in the freaking Orange Bowl, 23-0, and then Oregon gave up what? A freaking buttload of points to JMU just a week or two later. So, like, their offense is their defense is pretty dang good, and I think that's the reason why that they're going to make it so far, because their defense is going to carry them. But I got them losing to Houston, 11-1, 8-1 in the conference, losing to Houston, and I think that Houston and Texas Tech are going to be in the championship game. And freaking Houston's got a real good quarterback, Connor Weigman, man, I believe that's how you say it. Let me tell you about this guy, man. He is somebody that you have got to look out for. He's got Amari Thomas, the wide receiver, his favorite target's coming back. They got some guys that can beat you, boy. They beat Texas last year in the Texas Bowl, 22-19. They're predicting Texas to be something else this year, is what I've seen around town. And Texas is supposed to be pretty dang good this year.
Well,
as
I, I'm about to say, ask Kentucky, Mississippi State, and Vandy. I mean,
Well,
they were
they got 12 guys coming back, 11-1, 8-1 in conference, losing at Utah. But I believe that Houston will be the conference champion, and I think that they will represent the Big 12 on the college football playoff.
nice.
I also have Houston and Tech in the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, me and you
You have
actually.
I had Houston and Tech in the Big 12 championship.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, we have the same teams, just in different orders. I had BYU 5, Arizona 4, Houston 3, Utah I put at 2, and then Texas Tech at 1. So very, very similar, just kind of a couple flip flops here and there.
Absolutely. Heck yeah, that's cool. That's good.
All right, well, I like your takes, man. I think that was pretty good.
Thank you.
Did you dive into the Heisman and hot suits?
So I did a little bit. Like I said, on the Heisman, I got a decent bit on. Yeah, I got some stuff, brother. I do.
Let's hear it, man.
All right, man. So on the hot seat, boys, I got Shane Beamer at South Carolina.
As do we.
Man, he's been inconsistent. He's had some real bad losses. And in those losses, man, I've seen some questionable coaching. I've seen some questionable effort out there from South Carolina. And South Carolina, could literally have one of the top 10 most talented teams in the nation. Could possibly on
Yeah,
paper. Like, they
I
are
mean,
insane.
I had them 4th in the SEC, so yeah. Then that's strictly based off their roster, not as much based on their coach.
Yeah. So I have Shane Beamer. I also have Dabo Sweeney.
Yeah.
He's one of 4 active coaches that has a natty under his belt, brother. So it's hard to get rid of him, but dude, they haven't finished higher than 13 in the past 5 seasons. And every single time this guy he gets asked about anything, I feel like he just deflects. He never answers the questions. He points back to what he's done. He's
Yeah.
like, I don't like championships and they can fire me. It's like, well, you hadn't had a championship since what, 2020, 20,
That was
2019, what was it, 2018, something like that? 20, whatever it was. It's been a while, is what my point is. So I got Dabo Sweeney on there. Another one, this one might not be as well known as Bill O'Brien. He's been terrible.
hey, mentioned
He's,
him.
he's been terrible in the ACC. Boston College, man. And honestly, I think in 2024, he had a really good roster, the best roster Boston College probably ever had. And he went 7-6. I think this one is just a daggum meteorite coming right at you and looking at and exploding in your face because everyone
Mike
knows.
Norvell, huh?
Yeah, not
Yeah.
exactly. Like really high highs, really low lows. You know, he went 13-1, won the ACC title in 2023. Some might say he got snubbed from the playoff, but roll tide. And then went 2-10, 2024, 5-7 last year after they freaking thought that Florida State was going to be something after they beat Bama, and they weren't. He's been 38-34 from 2020, but that's terrible. Florida State, not Florida State standard. Another one I got is Maryland, Mike Loxley. He's 36-44 since 2019. You got to get rid of him if he doesn't have a winning season. And then Luke Fickle.
I also had Luke Fickle.
He's been 17-21 since 2023. He's 5-13 in Big Ten games over the past 2 years. It's just absolutely ridiculous, to be honest with you, man. And that's my. Oh yeah, and one more. I got Dave Aranda from Baylor. He's
Yep,
been
I also
absolutely
have him.
terrible. He's been
Yeah.
absolutely terrible. 4 losing seasons through the last 6, I believe. His best was 12-2, 2022. I'm telling you, dude's 36-37 through 6 years. I'm pretty sure it's time to get rid of him if he doesn't have a 9-10 season. To be honest with you, he's going to have a run.
Yeah,
And
I think last year was his best shot.
yeah, to beat Auburn, like that's a great way to start the year, right? That happened, correct? They beat Baylor.
Mhm.
Or
It did.
Baylor.
Did they beat Auburn?
I thought
Yeah.
so. Pull out the
Correct me if I'm wrong.
handy dandy iPhone.
Yeah. But
Let's
no, yeah,
see.
man, that's
No,
and then
Auburn won 38-24.
well,
Whooped
I
their ass.
digress. My bad, Auburn. All right, and then y'all did Heisman?
Yep.
All right. I'm just get into that real fast. All right, so I have Malachi Tony from Miami. I have Dante Moore from Oregon. I have Marcel Reed, Texas A&M. I have C.J. Carr from Notre Dame. Trinidad Chambliss, Ole Miss. Jaden Mayava, USC. Gunnar Stockton, Georgia. And I have a dark horse of Connor Weigman from Houston. But so I'll just go off this real quick. So Malachi Tony, I think, like I said, he's already the most explosive player in the country, but he has some fumble problems. But he is a guy that has all the eyes on him, and it's really, I honestly think it's his to lose, to be honest. So in the next, I got Dante Moore. Like I said, I think that Dante Moore in Oregon, I think they're going to have the best team in the Big Ten. And obviously, a lot of times, the best team led by the QB might be the best QB in the daggum conference. So I think that he will get that nod. Marcel Reed, I think that he has a chance, but I think it's a big if. Like, is he going to stay healthy? Is he going to be consistent? I know that's kind of something you could say about anybody, but he's one of the guys that I don't know, dude. He's just one of them guys that he's kind of lanky, tall and lanky. But them guys kind of get rolled up sometimes, and he runs the ball an awful lot. Scares me. I got CJ Carr. The main reason why I got CJ Carr from Notre Dame is because they play absolutely nobody. I'll get into this a little bit later, but Notre Dame is pretty much an automatic bid into college football playoff, which I think is bullcrap. So yeah. Then I got Trinidad Chambliss, and I think he was the best player in the playoffs last year. But I think that Pete Golden could be a liability with all that going on. Jaden Mayava, I just think that he's really good. I seen a clip of him the other day. He threw a pick and he tackled the guy on the 1 yard line and he fumbled it through the end zone. So it was a touchback. And I just love that effort. They could possibly make a run in the Big Ten, I believe. And I think that he could really stand out for his team this year. I have Gunnar Stockton. And the main reason why I have Gunnar Stockton is because I think that they're going to be the best team in the country this year, at least through the regular season. And obviously, like I just said, the guy that's leading that charge definitely gets the nod of probably being the best player. And he really does stand out whenever it comes to fundamentals, I think. And then my dark horse, like I said, Connor Wigman. I think that Houston can get on one, man. I think that they can make a run. I think that they can maybe even make a run in the college football playoff, to be honest. I believe they win the Big 12. And if they do that, then obviously he's going to have a show out year. So
Yeah.
that's the take, man.
I don't have any arguments with that. Those are all.
I like that you put Marcel Reed in there. Obviously, I had Texas A&M going second in the SEC, so I don't know why I didn't really mention him in my Heisman race, but I like that you did, so I thought that was good.
Was our list kind of similar, or y'all have some of the same things, or?
Yeah, I had almost all the same, like I said, with the exception of Marcel Reed, and then of course, I left out CJ Carr, simply because he's a media favorite, but to me, I don't think he's really done anything. I mean, yes, he's playing for Notre Dame, and he's gonna benefit from having an easy schedule, but outside of that, I just don't think he's really all that. So
Right.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of, which this guy wasn't in my Heisman list, but I brought him up because his average rush was just outrageous. Isaac Brown for Louisville this year. Last year he had 101 carries, 101, and he averaged 8.8 yards a carry.
Yeah, that's absurd, man. That's really good. Is it Isaac Brown?
Yeah,
Isaac Brown. Keep an eye out for Isaac Brown, running back Louisville.
Yep.
All right. Is that like a dark horse kind of guy, or do you think that he's
I
like
mean,
like legitimate?
I think Louisville's going to be really good this year.
Do you have Louisville going in to the championship game?
Yes, actually I do. Louisville and SMU.
What, and not to get too far into this because y'all did this last night, and I apologize for missing. Man, life is kind of hit, but it is what it is, and it's a blessing that we're doing this right now. Let me tell you. But what did y'all kind of think about Clemson, Virginia Tech, or Pitt? Did y'all say anything about them?
So
Clemson.
I left I put Clemson at 5, simply out of respect for Dabo, but there was nothing really about them that got me excited. Their quarterback, he's been there for 3 years, hadn't been a starter. I don't think he's gonna do good. They didn't really do anything in the transfer portal, so I don't know. Like I said, I was kind of struggling to put teams in, so I put Clemson at 5.
Yeah, I know they had a transfer, C.J. Johnson, I think it is.
Yeah, from
And
SMU, the running
he's
back.
supposed to be real
It's
good.
Chris Johnson, yeah.
Chris Johnson, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm kind of on the same boat with Clemson. I had them at 6. I haven't won 8-4 in the season, but dude, I think I'm about done with Dabo shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Honestly,
I understand.
They
It's
also
just
have a tough schedule.
yeah, I have them going 7-6, 4-4 in conference, and I think and Virginia Tech last year was just terrible. I think that they're gonna make a big jump, and now I'm talking about big jump like 500, maybe 7 wins.
yeah, James Franklin. I don't really expect much. I think he's
Yeah.
gonna get him to the media level where we're talking about him. Everybody's excited, and then
Yeah, they might even have a college game day there, like, they might get some sort of hype maybe, but that'll be it. I
and
think
then
it'll be early in the season, and then they'll slowly fall off.
yeah, you have. Listen. I got them going 8-4. I mean, the front end of their schedule's pretty easy, but I got them
Yeah.
losing Cal, Clemson, SMU, Miami.
I
Basically, all the big teams that Franklin and big games don't go together.
Right,
So,
and that's gonna be at California. They're gonna lose to Georgia Tech probably. They're gonna lose probably at Clemson, at SMU, at Miami, and Virginia's gonna be good, but I think that they'll probably get Virginia Tech. The reason why I say that is because I think that oh my goodness, what's his daggone name? You just said his name for the Virginia Tech.
Franklin.
Franklin, James Franklin, sorry. Mine went blank. I think he will win that game, and that'll be good for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, that's kind of his thing is winning big games that aren't big games.
Yeah, win you gotta win this game to, like, retain your three-star recruit, man. So, no offense to nobody out there, I mean, go get it, but, like, yeah, just to compete with the big dogs, I don't think that they're gonna be doing that this year, but
Yeah,
they might
Y'all
win some games.
y'all ready to move on to our playoff predictions?
Yeah,
yeah, man,
absolutely.
let's do it.
Are we going just what we starting 1 to 12, 12 to 1? How y'all want to do this bad boy?
Let's go 12-1.
All right.
What do
Who
you
wants
no, let's go 1-12. 1-12.
Yeah, I feel like the top is usually predictable. It's the bottom that gets spicy. So,
Yeah.
who wants to kick us off?
You go
I've
for
been
it.
talking the whole time, y'all
Yeah,
go.
actually, yeah, Ashley, you probably need to get a sip of water to go to take a smoke break, something. Um, so number one, I put Oregon. So just to preface my picks, I went off of my predictions. I just felt like if I've already made these predictions, so I kind of got to double down back up on them. So I pulled straight from my prediction list for making these playoffs. So yeah, I got Oregon one. I got them winning the Big 12 or Big 12, geez, Big 10. They're going to be one loss team. I don't think we're going to have an undefeated team in college football this year. Um, I know Ashley mentioned possibly Georgia being undefeated. I think the SEC is just too tough. So I don't think there's going to be a single undefeated team in college football. And I think that they'll give the nod to Oregon for that first spot.
All right. Well, everybody, not everybody wants.
I thought you were gonna run through it. I'm sorry.
Do you just want me to run through my whole list?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry, yeah. I was expecting a little bit of feedback. All right. Uh, so
No,
yeah,
we couldn't get feedback. I mean, I think
nah,
that's a
nah.
great pick.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll run through my list and then I'll let y'all jump in and tell me how stupid I am. Um, so number two, I got Georgia, SEC winner. I think that's kind of set in stone for the next few years. Big Ten, SEC, that's going to be your 1 and 2. So enough said. I got Georgia at 2. Number 3, I got Ohio State. Mainly just because they love Ohio State, and I got them losing the Big Ten. But they're still going to land there at the number 3 spot for me. Number 4 is a team, of course, that I'm big on, and it's going to be our ACC winner, Miami. Um, do I think that they're the fourth best team in the nation? Possibly. We'll see how all that kind of shakes out, but I think if they do have the season that I expect them to have and win the ACC, it'd be hard to put them any lower than 4. Um, well, and then number 5, I got USC. Again, I'm expecting them to have a big year, possibly have one loss. Um,
and, just kind of losing that tiebreaker to not go play for the Big Ten, which actually might benefit them. As we all know, that number 5 spot's kind of the coveted position to where you don't get a bye, but you get a home game, which, and as we talked about, USC was 9-0 at home last year. So I think them landing at 5 is actually probably best case scenario for them. Um, Number 6, I got Texas A&M. Again, played Georgia in the SEC championship. I'm expecting them. That'll probably be their second loss. I don't know how it's all going to shake out, but just theoretically in my head, if they make it to the SEC championship, they probably got one loss. So the SEC giving them their second loss, they're going to land at number 6. Right behind them is number 7, LSU, who will have 2 losses from the regular season, but obviously didn't play in the SEC championship, which is why they can't be any higher than where they're at number 7. But I do think Lane Kiffin's going to take the Tigers, and they'll be playing a home game in here in these playoffs. Number 8, I got another ACC team. We got 2 coming in for me, and that's SMU. Lost to Miami in the ACC championship game, but I'm expecting them to be a 2-loss team. The ACC might be their 3rd loss on the season. Again, we'll see how it all kind of shakes out, but I know they don't want to penalize teams for losing a championship game, and I think that's why SMU lands there at number 8. Number 9, you can't keep them out. It's gonna be Indiana. I think everybody kind of wants to see them back in it after what they did last year. Again, I'm only expecting them to maybe have 2 losses, possibly 3. Um, we'll see. I think it's gonna be an interesting year. I think we are gonna have maybe a couple 3-loss teams in the playoffs, and if that's the case, I think Indiana might be one of those. But they're gonna land at number 9 for me. Number 10, I got to double down with my take, and I'm putting South Carolina at number 10. As we mentioned, Shane Beamer's kind of on the hot seat. I think he realizes that, and we're gonna find out if he's gonna be a head coach after this season or not. I think with this team, if he is who we all are kind of hoping he will be, especially South Carolina fans, he's got to take that leap this year. And I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that he does, and takes South Carolina to their first playoff appearance at number 10, and then right behind them at number 11. This could be up for debate, but I don't care. I'm going with my 5th SEC team in the playoffs. Give me that big, beautiful Alabama Crimson Tide, Bailey. Come on now. I wasn't a homer during the SEC pick, so this might be a bit of a homer pick. I don't care. Alabama, you ain't keeping them out the playoffs, baby. They might have 2 losses. Hell, they might have 3. But I think they're gonna show enough body of work to where the committees, you want Alabama in the playoffs. Like people might say, "Oh, you don't." Well, I don't care. You can have someone to root against. But I got Alabama at number 11, Roll Tide, and then my number 12. Of course, we hadn't hit the G5. I guess technically this year's G6 with the newly founded, or I guess refounded, Pac-12. And I actually got my winner coming out of the new founded Pac-12, and that's going to be Boise State. Um, there's so many teams to pick from. Um, a lot of the reasons why I didn't pick some of these other sort of, I guess you could call them big name G5, G6 teams. Memphis is almost has a brand new team. I think they might be returning one starter, but they have almost a whole new football team. I know they were pretty good last year, but they lost almost everybody. South Florida obviously losing their head coach and their quarterback. What Byram Young is that it? Or Byram? What's his name?
Byron Brown?
Byron Brown. I don't know why I'm saying Byram Young, like Byram Young University, the new BYU. But no, yeah. So UCF wasn't in there for me. I looked at San Diego State, but ultimately, I felt like Boise State had a lot going for them. They had 19 transfers coming in from the transfer portal, which I really liked, and then they also have 11
starters coming back from their team last year. Not that they were anything special last year. They weren't a bad football team. But again, I love continuity, and I think that really matters in college football. Their quarterback, Maddox Madsen, he's 20-6 as a starter. So I like that. They got two of their running backs coming in, a tight end. I just felt like they had enough peaches. I like their head coach, Spencer Danielson. He's actually 24-8 at Boise, which is a pretty impressive record, honestly. I mean, 24-8. I know it's Boise, but still, he is 0-3 in bowl games, but that don't matter. He won Coach of the Year in 2024, at least Mountain West Coach of the Year. Let me specify. But yeah, just with all that said, I'm expecting Boise State to have a good season. Again, win the new refounded Pac-12 and have a good enough record to get that 12th playoff spot. So that's my list. Come at me.
I mean, I can't argue with any of it, honestly. The biggest difference between me and you really is you mentioned 3 lost teams coming in. Dog, I got 2 and 1 lost teams being left out.
Yeah.
But
I'd
I
say I don't think in my opinion, I don't think there's any way a 3-loss team gets in.
but
Uh,
I also didn't
uh,
factor in, like, the big thing we love about college football is upsets.
yeah.
I didn't
Mhm.
factor in any upsets. So,
And I think that was kind of, when y'all were kind of going through some of your schedules, it seemed like, I don't know, you were giving away so many wins. I'm like, well, is anybody going to lose this year? Like, and so
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Well,
just, I think the playing field is evened out a lot. Um, in the Big Ten, in the SEC. Again, I don't think there's going to be a single undefeated team. Um, and yeah, I do think I would, if I had to make a guess, I would say that we're going to have two three loss teams in the playoffs this year.
so you wanna walk us through your bracket, like, who's gonna win, end up
Sure, yeah. I don't have a bracket, so again, y'all bear with me because I might get
Yeah.
some of these teams jumbled up. So yeah, I got USC winning. Um, I'm gonna get an Alabama upset over Texas A&M. Um, so that'd be number 6 in the versus number 11. So yeah, give me Alabama to win, and then LSU South Carolina. I think that'd be a really fun game, but give me LSU. And then SMU and Indiana. Again, I think that one would actually be pretty good. But I guess technically the way I have them seated, give me the upset, Indiana. So my final 8, I got USC, LSU, Indiana, Alabama. So I got Ohio State. I guess that's gonna be Ohio State, Alabama, which that be could be a fun game. But yeah, give me Ohio State winning that one. So just for fun, I'm just going to do it. I'll do LSU over Georgia. Why not? I think Lane Kiffin's going to pull off a wild upset. So Miami versus USC again. I think that would be a lot of fun. Uh, I'm gonna have to go with Miami. I like their team a lot. So yeah, give me Miami over USC. So we got an Oregon Indiana rematch. Oregon got curb stomped by Indiana last year. I think they get their revenge. So give me Oregon over Indiana. So my final 4 is Oregon, LSU, Ohio State, and Miami. So one's gonna play 4. I got Oregon, Miami. Um, yeah, give me Oregon. I gotta roll with my number 1 seed. I got Oregon over Miami, and then it would be LSU, Ohio State. That would be a lot of fun. But
you have
give me
Ohio
Ohio.
State 3?
I have Ohio State 3.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, give me Ohio State over LSU. So we're gonna have Oregon Ohio State rematch for the 3rd time this season. Ohio State over Oregon. I think again I had Ohio State beating Oregon in the regular season. I had Oregon beating Ohio State in the Big Ten. But now with the Natty on the line, I just think ultimately Ohio State's just got too many good players on their roster. So does Oregon, but yeah, give me Ohio State taking the Natty.
so you got Oregon, Ohio State, and the Natty, and then you got them playing 2 more times. So three matchups in a season?
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Yeah, that's I said Ohio State beats them in the regular season. Oregon beats them in the Big Ten, and then they meet up again in the
Dude,
Natty.
Wow.
that would be awesome.
That would actually
3
be
times
pretty
they beat them
fun.
all 3. So
What would say?
that'd be wild. So you saying Oregon would beat them once, and Ohio State would win twice?
Yes, that is correct.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. The going through it like that. I don't know, man. The list is the list. I'm sure it's gonna
Yeah.
be completely wrong. So, but yeah, if you
I
know,
like your
just
insight on it though. It makes
just
a lot of sense to me.
yeah.
I just don't know about 2 Big Ten teams being in there, but I like where your head's at because Ohio State and Oregon have probably both of those teams are top 5 in talent
Well, to your
and
point,
coaching too.
at least the way that I have it drawn up like this, I have it kind of similar to how the regular season goes. Is the SEC just beats up on themselves? Again, the way I had it shake out, I had LSU taking down Georgia, which again that would be pretty wild, but I could see it happening. I had Alabama upsetting Texas A, or excuse me, is that right? Yeah, I had Alabama upsetting Texas A&M. So again, but then once you get LSU and Alabama to these later rounds, it's like, okay, how many games can they really string together? But that's just kind of how I had it shaken out. SEC beating up on each other, and Big Ten skates by with an easy schedule. Shocker.
I'll say this. I think that I like your list and it makes a lot of sense. Did you leave Notre Dame out?
Oh no.
Oh, dude, you know what? Oh, yeah. No, you're right. I didn't even freaking
I'm
Notre Dame,
No, I
dude.
mean, I'm just
They're
saying because like I literally think that Notre Dame is an auto bid, and I know that's
they
ridiculous
are.
to say,
They
but they
are.
are,
They
and they
are.
literally made it that way, and it's unreal. I don't know what to say or what to try to convince anybody of, but them getting to handpick their schedule every year and then calling it like they're the best team and the best program in the nation is just diabolical. It's no sense, man. And then they
Are,
cry and don't play their daggum bowl game when they don't make the daggum playoffs. Like, give me a daggum break, dude. Golly, play football.
are we certified Notre Dame haters now, or
No, I'm just saying, like
Okay.
hey, I'm for it.
So we'll just to reshuffle my list real quick, throw Notre Dame in there somewhere, kick South Carolina out. Shane Beamer sucks. He's getting fired. Alabama's staying in the playoffs. You're not bumping out my Alabama team. So there you go. Y'all figure it out from there.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, baby.
Who you got Alabama losing to?
I got Alabama winning it all. What are you talking about? Nah,
I don't disagree.
I had them losing to. Oh, I had them beating Texas A&M in an upset. But then I had them ultimately losing to, I think it was Ohio State, my national champion.
I can see it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and start mine. There's teams we agreed on, teams that I'll tell you this. Miami's not my playoff. And 10 minutes before we started this podcast, I said, I'm gonna put them in. But then I got cold feet. I said, I'm gonna stick with my guns. Miami, I'm sorry.
Hey,
Friggin'
don't mean to cut you off, Dunnigan. Do you remember about 24 hours ago when me and you were over here drooling over Darian Mensah, talking about, and now he's saying he ain't even making the playoffs? Hey, I respect it. Go ahead, brother.
I know. Here's the
What, he
thing.
got him in the Heisman favorites or something?
Oh yeah.
And you gonna say they ain't gonna be good and he's in the Heisman favorite.
Oh, I got him. I got him going 11-1.
11-1 team not making the playoffs.
Not making the
is
playoffs? There's no
is
way.
it's not happening. You're gonna tell me there's 12 teams that are 11-1 as well?
Yeah, dude. Well,
No.
everyone's gonna be
There's
a
two
dog.
lost teams. There's two lost teams that the committee's going to look at, and they're going to say these two lost teams have better wins and a harder schedule than this 11-1 Miami team that loses to Clemson.
Well, that's fair. All right, we don't enough interruption. We'll let you do your list.
All right, so my number one is not the best team in the nation, but they're number one because they got a walk in the park for a schedule. Texas Tech, 13-0, Big 12 champ. Number two, SEC champ, Georgia. Three, Big 10 champ, USC. Four, Big 10 runner up, Indiana. Five, Oklahoma. Six, BYU. Seven, Ohio State. Eight, Tennessee. That's a hot one. I know. 9, LSU. 10, Roll Tide. 11, Louisville. And 12, I'm gonna be honest, dude, I didn't do hardly any research on G16.
Thank you. Thank God. Because I didn't.
Just go with Boise State. I think I made a pretty good argument
How
for
about
you.
I go with the Pirates?
There you go.
Oh God. No, for real though, give me Hawaii. I really love their quarterback, Adado. He's a lefty, kind of like Tua, can sling the ball. So I mean, I literally just put ECU/Hawaii, go Pirates. It doesn't really matter because whoever it is, they're probably gonna more than likely 99% gonna lose the first.
Yeah, agreed.
So there's my 12. Like you, Whitehall, I had 5 SEC teams in there, 3 Big 10. I left out Oregon. They were the first team out. Miami and Notre Dame.
Nice.
I'll before you finish with your predictions, I just want to say, Dunnigan, that I think your list is absolutely terrible.
I respect it.
That's just my opinion, brother. But you know what? Hey, it's
I got
college
Louisville
football.
winning. I got Louisville at the 11, but I got them winning the ACC.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of disagreements, but you know, with Miami not being in, Notre Dame not being in, Louisville being in, BYU being in. I'm not saying that any of those are wrong, but just from where I'm sitting, I think I'm like, dang,
Hey,
who is it? Who is this guy?
I'm praying on the Irish downfall.
Hey, I think we all are. Until they join a conference, then I'll get off their back a little bit.
Or maybe schedule some good teams. Like I just want to see good football,
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm tired of seeing them going 10-2, 11-1, playing San Jose
Nobody.
State.
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. Well, how do you got
Get
it all?
water. Get
How do you got it all playing out? Run us through.
You guys are gonna hate this, but this would be awesome. First game, 8 versus 9, LSU at Neyland Stadium. Give me the Volunteers.
Oh.
Listen. I hate that just as much as you. All right, I hate it just as much as you.
Now it's dripping around.
And then give me 12-5. Oklahoma's gonna beat whoever they played. And then what is it? Alabama at Ohio State. I'm sorry. With the Buckeyes. And then Louisville at BYU. Give me Louisville. Moving on. We're gonna skip past Alabama losing, Tennessee winning. Oh man, you guys are really gonna hate this. Texas Tech, Tennessee. Tennessee. Oh, I'm sorry. Indiana, Oklahoma. Hey, give me Oklahoma. But that's biased because I just don't like Indiana. Georgia, Ohio State. Give me the Bulldogs. USC, Louisville. Give me USC. Tennessee, Oklahoma, semifinals. Crazy. Give me Oklahoma. Those Volunteers ain't ready. Georgia, USC. Give me Georgia. Georgia, Oklahoma. National champion.
Rematch of the SEC, ain't it? For you?
Oh, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, you had Georgia, Oklahoma in the SEC.
Give me Georgia winning the Natty. That's about the only highlight of my bracket.
I think how Dunnigan did his playoffs is he turned on College Football 27.
No
He
way.
just hit sim all on for the season, and then however it played out on the game, he said, "Yep, that's what I'm doing."
I've seen it.
Oh man. Well, that's hey Dunnigan, you know what? I respect it.
Hey, I'm sticking with my guns, alright? I'm not
I
changing
respect that. I wouldn't either. There's no reason to. I got someone special here though with me that would love to say something. This is freaking old Ponder, good old boy.
Ponder, let's go, baby. What's up, man?
I would just like to talk about y'all's Heisman finalists. Y'all never mentioned the best running back in the SEC, Ahmad Hardy. And I was wondering why y'all forgot about Missouri.
Because it's exactly what you just said. Everybody forgets about Missouri.
But
Here-
Ahmad Hardy is the best running back in the SEC. I would argue that.
Yeah, but when you're playing on a team, I'm not expecting Missouri to be terrible. But you know, you do have to be on a good team, and usually a popular program helps. I think Ahmad Hardy would have to have arguably the greatest college football season for a running back ever to be a Heisman finalist.
He
I'm
would
not
have to
saying
be
he-
the
I'm not
closest.
I'm not saying he might not be in the conversation, but to actually go to New York as a Heisman finalist, it would literally have to be a historic season for him. And that's unfortunately just the way it is when you're playing at Missouri, probably a 500 team in the SEC. It's just unfortunate. That's just kind of how it goes, in my opinion.
I mean, I love to hate on Missouri. I can't hate on that. But I think he'll be a prospect in the NFL, if anything, I guess.
No, I like that you brought him up though, because I don't think any of us have talked about him in any of our podcasts. And you are right. I think he's, huh? Yeah, I don't think we talked. Well, we did talk about Missouri. I think or wait, I don't know, maybe not. Either way, I agree with you. I don't know if I agree that he's the best running back, but I do think he's a top 3, top 5 running back in the entire nation.
I
So
mean, I've argued between him and Keywan Lacey right now.
yeah, I think Keywan's kind of everybody's favorite, but
Yeah, I do
hey,
love
but no, good point. I do like that you brought him up. Well, done again.
And if you want my opinion on the national championship, it's obviously going to be Alabama.
Well, duh. I mean,
We're going to
thank
take Elon Russell and we're going to beat them all.
hey. Is that your take? Keelan's getting the starting job.
I do believe that
Is
Elon
he
will be the starter.
is he starter week 1, or is he gonna take over and become the man middle of the season?
I don't think he starts week 1 because I think they give Austin Mack that one chance that they nobody's game. I think he starts week 3.
Okay. I like that. That's a good take.
I mean, Max shits the bed against ECU.
Oh
Hey.
man, I hope not.
But no, you don't.
Or no, it's
Florida State. Second game.
We always start. We start out with ECU, right?
Yeah.
ECU, then Florida State.
No, it's Florida State's third game.
yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, we can move on, and I appreciate it, Ponder. Bye, Ellie.
Hey, I'm
Always
always
good talking to you.
I'm always down for a good Alabama winning it all prediction.
That's right, man.
Always welcome to hear on the show.
We got
So my thing.
Yeah, bad
That's how
day.
you week
Auburn
2.
playing it all.
No, yeah, yeah. Well, so my biggest thing now with these playoffs, dude, is the conference championships. Do they really mean anything anymore? And to me, I think it might be a benefit to not go to the championship game in your respective conference. And that's a terrible way to look at sports, especially at the college level. Like if you are trying to be sly or sleazy, kind of feeling of trying to like lose a game almost on purpose or something to be third, so you ain't gotta like play in an extra game pretty much. It just doesn't seem not to me for them to be able to benefit more from it than maybe a team that loses. But then again, we've kind of seen that with Alabama the past couple of years, really, with losing the SEC championship and still getting to the playoffs multiple times. But anyway, so that's kind of my outlook on all that. But I got number one, Georgia. I think Georgia's going to win the SEC championship. Number two, I got Miami winning the ACC championship. Number three, I got Oregon winning the Big Ten. Number four, I got Houston winning the Big 12. Number five, it's an auto bid with Notre Dame because they just don't play nobody. They might lose one game, and that'll be to Miami. So they'll probably be 11-1. Then I got Ohio State at 6, which is going to be the loser of the Big Ten championship game. I got 7, Alabama, the SEC loser. 8, Texas Tech, Big 12 loser, second place. I got number 9, Texas A&M is going to come in third place in the SEC. Number 10, I got Virginia, the ACC championship loser. And then at 11, I got Texas getting in, being fourth in the SEC. And honestly, 12, kind of like you, Dunnigan, I didn't do a lot of digging. So it's just so hard to really, gauge those G6 conferences. Like, how do you know which conference is the best conference? How do you know?
Yeah, you have no idea.
It's hard. It's really subjective. So I just kind of came up with, I think that JMU has a real good chance. The reason why I say that is because Billy Napier is coming off being let go by Florida. I think he can go to that program, get, those guys that are playing at that level. That's a high level of football, obviously, but it's just a little bit different than, the Power Four. But that's still pretty high level, and I think that Billy Napier will get those dudes right. And also, I think the Navy could have a chance. I think that if they get that offense rolling behind, I think they got a new guy coming in at quarterback. But that dude that they used to have, Blake Corvan or something, or Forbath, I believe, something like that. But anyway, I think that those two teams could have a good shot. I don't think anybody out of the MAC is going to come. I would love for Miami of Ohio. Go Red Hawks. I love you. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Western Michigan probably wins that conference. Conference USA. I guess that's Navy, right? And then out there in that new conference, what's that? The new conference, like Pac-12 is back, you said, right? Whitehall?
Yeah, Pac-12 is back.
And I think that if a team got on one out there, I guess
Boise State, baby, come
Boise
on.
State, yeah, Boise State or
That's
Oregon State, maybe
that.
Washington State could be sneaky. Washington State could be very sneaky.
Hey, Utah State, watch out for those Mormons.
And then so just some of the teams that are on the outside looking in for me are Louisville, Michigan, Arizona, Utah, LSU, and Ole Miss. I don't even have Indiana in my top 12. I don't think they're going to make it. I think they're
Oh,
going to take a step back. So, but that's my list, man.
yeah, I noticed a bit of a trend of conference winner, conference loser. I think some, and maybe in some people's opinion, in a perfect world, that's kind of how it would shake out. But I just think as we've seen, I don't think. I mean, again, these are your predictions, so I'm not saying they're wrong and I'm not right, but I don't see. I think if Virginia were to make it to the ACC championship game, they're probably a 3-loss team. Kind of similar to what happened last year with Duke and Virginia.
Right.
So I don't think it. I don't think that we're gonna see exactly conference winner, conference loser all make it. But like I said, I mean, if the conference games mattered like they did, that kind of would be the setup. So
Yeah.
who knows?
I mean,
Maybe.
yeah. I got Virginia going 11-1. So if they're 11-1, they're going to make the college football playoff. I don't think that there's any way that they're going to miss the college football playoff. They went 10-3 last year, or 11-3 last year. But
So
anyway.
you're pretty high on Bo Pribula?
Yeah, I think that they're going to be able. Dude, they have a really good defense coming back. And then
Yeah.
the ACC is just crap, man. Like, I don't think that there's it's Miami and then everyone else. I think.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just tough to throw it around,
I kind of agree with that as well.
So How do we feel about? I know Whitehall, you had 5 SEC teams. Ashley, how many did you have?
I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4.
So you got 4. How many Big Ten?
1, 2.
Okay, so 2 Big Ten, 4 SEC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Whitehall. Now that I look back on it, like it is like a perfect world. But like that's if but it should be like that. You know what I mean? Why would a third place team get freaking the nod over a second place team in the for going and losing the ACC championship game? That just
Y-
doesn't make sense to me.
You know what I just realized looking at my list? I didn't have a single Big 12 team on mine. Hey, screw them. Yeah, it's just so the way mine shook out, I don't know. Well, I think it's gonna end up being probably 4 Big 10, 4 SEC, 1 ACC, one big or excuse me, maybe 2 ACC, 1 Big 12, and then the G6. I think that's 12. Someone check my math, but yeah, I think it's hard for me to see any more than 2 teams coming out of the ACC, and it's hard for me to see I think either ACC gets 2 teams and Big 12 gets 1 or vice versa. I think Big 12 gets 2 and ACC gets 1.
Yeah.
Um, and then, of course, because Notre Dame's kinda stealing a spot from one of those 2 conferences with their, like you said, automatic bid, so that's just kinda how I see it shaking out.
Yeah, I got 2 Big 12, 1 ACC.
Yeah. I
There's
think
sure as heck
that's
all I know is that sure as heck better not be no freaking more than one G6 or I'm be pissed, man. I'm tired of that. I don't even wanna see
I'm
a
about to say,
G6 team in
I'm
there at
tired
all.
of 1, yeah.
It's
I'd
ridiculous.
I'd rather see, you know, freaking Illin or Dunnigan's 3-loss Illinois team than freaking Boise State. Yeah.
Hey, you know who Illinois got a quarterback?
Oh, Belima's also been talking that crap, ain't he?
Oh,
Been
I
talking
saw
yeah, he's been what did he say something about, like, this ain't 2005 no more? What is this, a daggum,
But
uh,
acting like Illinois
who is
acting like
that? That
Illinois is
seems
top of the Big
Mac
10.
Miller? It ain't 2005 no more.
Yeah, let's focus on your program, buddy. Let's win some
Yeah.
games.
You got up to, like, what, 11 or something last year rank, and then it just pretty much crapped the bed, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I think regardless, after doing all of this, I think one of the easiest observations that we can make is that nobody knows what college football is going to be. You can make these predictions all day long, but at the end of the day, we just got to wait till toe meets leather and see how these teams show up or don't show up. And I'm all for it.
What we got? We got less than a month.
Yep, we got less than a month. I think when's the first college game start? I want to say
August
August, like,
29th.
is it 29th? Okay, I was gonna say 28th. But all right, well, yeah, we are officially less than a month away. Um, I think so we've that's kind of wrapped up on college. I'm sure obviously we're gonna talk more college before the season starts and obviously once the season gets going. But I think we're about to transition over to NFL. Am I correct in that
You
assumption,
are
Dunnigan?
correct.
All right. Well, as we all know, the
Well,
Hall of Fame game football will be on the TV August 6th. I'm going to be super excited about it, and then 2 minutes into the game, I will be super excited for regular season to start. So, but needless to say, we can sniff it in the air, boys. Football is among us yet again.
Did, just a little bit more football. Did y'all see that the Birmingham Stallions will not be in Birmingham anymore?
where they
What are
go?
you?
I don't know, but they announced today supposedly Protective Stadium wasn't what they wanted. Supposedly they're just mad because they want a smaller stadium to create a better atmosphere. And I saw that the guy that is like over the Protective Stadium or whatever, someone commented and said, "Well, we gave you all a perfectly good or a venue. Like this is a state of the art venue right here, and it's just been built. I don't think 5, 10 years ago. And if they don't want something this nice, then I don't know what they want. So,
Well,
but yeah,
that's
they're not
not
going to be in Birmingham anymore.
real football is coming right back around, and that's all we're caring. That's all we're talking about. We ain't here to talk about Birmingham Stallions.
Spring training football, baby.
Well, any closing remarks by anybody?
No, no, actually, I do. It's a blessing to be here, and I'm so glad that we're doing this, and I appreciate y'all giving me the floor to allow me to make up for my lost time yesterday. It's been awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, man, just don't let it happen again, or we
Yeah,
will
no doubt.
boot you. It's too easy to change the intro of the song to Duddy and Whitehall. Just so you see that it was just seamless transition to skip right over Worm.
It's
So
Donnie and Whitehall.
no, man, I'm good to have you back. It just ain't the same without you. So I'm glad you could make it back tonight.
Well, sir.
All right. Well, I think that's a wrap for college right now. Tune in next time for some NFL, right?
Yes,
That's fine.
sir.
All right, done again. Good luck on your move tomorrow. Glad to
Yep.
have you back here in the Central Time Zone, just about an hour away from me, man. Looking forward to having you back. Maybe we
The
have to do
best
a
Bell's time zone.
do an episode in person. Maybe
Yeah,
that.
baby, let's do it. I'm down. I'm just right down the road.
We
All
gonna
right.
get it.
Peace out. Love y'all.
Love y'all,
Love you.
boys.
Roll Tide.
Pre-snap podcast.